It's going to be incredible. I have no idea what happens in the games. I've just looked at the names of the files, and they look sick. So, here we go, guys. It is time for yet another episode of the Florencio files down here in the bottom left. Hiding his identity behind a series of I's, capital I's, lowercase L's, or potentially some sort of straight line. It is Florencio, Lord of the Sewer Mermaids. Up here in the top right, in the blue, representing Boavn, it's Tui, or T-U-I. So, T-U-I, I guess like D-U-I, right? Driving under the influence. So T-U-I is towing under the influence. So, if you guys, you know how sometimes there's those like taxis where the guy rides a bike? Well, in some places they don't have bike technology yet. So, basically, you just as a human, you're like a human ox or horse, and you just kind of tow like a little taxi thing that like a person sits in, and you just run. But you're not allowed to do it under the influence because a lot of mistakes happen, a lot of injuries. So you can get a TUI offense and be in trouble. TUI is making a sound. It's like, what the fuck is happening, man? What the fuck is happening? It's time. Here we go. Wall off. You got to wall off. Why didn't you? No. Oh, God. It's the probe king. The Probius with the mostius comes right in there. Uh-oh, those probes trap themselves. No. The panic. TUI surrounds half of his probes. The other half not even fighting. Every single time somebody sees those probes coming, there is one thing that is almost 100% reliable, and that is the opponent is going to shit the bed. Oh my god, so many probes got massacred almost instantly. There is a zealot on the way though. Tui now doing a good job of evading. People are asking, is this Gold League in chat? No, this is GM/High Masters. Oh no, they're getting cornered. You gotta get them out of there, dude. You can't fight like that. No, Tui, wait for the zealot. The zealot was too slow. The probes, they're going to get the surround. Oh, Florencio trying to go for the surround, but that zealot actually, oh god, it's doing the work. That zealot's been taking the juice, man. Massive damage from that zealot. It is getting low on hit points, but its probes are buffering. Great micro here from Tui. That zealot, 4 kills. It's going to get a 5th. It's going to get a 6th. And it's going to take him down. Florencio's last probe doesn't even try to run away. I think Florencio could have backed out there and maybe taken a lead. But as it is, it's 4 probes at home for Florencio, just 3 for Tui. And not just that, there's already 2 more in production. So that's a big economic lead here. Going up to a 6th probe before the 4th probe even starts. Tui says, like Brood War for workers, you got 70 minerals, you really need to start a probe. I think this is one of the biggest strengths of Florencio. Throws his opponents off their game. They spend more time chatting than actually playing the game. It's kind of fantastic, and it is something that I'm going to be covering next semester in science school with Florencio. He told me he's going to teach me about the art of deception. He also said Sun Tzu didn't know shit, and he's the real OG. And yeah, apparently Sun Tzu copied him. I tried to explain to Florencio. We were chatting about this. I was like, oh, Sun Tzu was like thousands of years ago, man. I'm not sure if you know that was thousands of years ago. And he's like, no, I'm the OG. He copied me. These were my ideas. I'm like, Florencio, I don't even know if you know what you're talking about, dude. Speaking of not knowing what the fuck? He's going again? Round 2? What the fuck am I? He has no idea what's on the other side of the map. He just knows there's one zealot. He does it again. Round 2 of the Probe King. Oh my god, 12 probes all stacked inside of each other. I can tell you guys, there are some things out there that bond people. It's Valentine's Day today as we cast this. And yes, making love, intercourse, and other sexual activities can bring you close together. But nothing can bring you as close as stacking 12 probes all inside of each other. This right here is like a communal orgasmic experience. It's not even a centipede. It's like a Russian doll, but you're all the same size. It makes no fucking sense physically. Oh my god, the probes are around on the zealot. Oh, he gets absolutely ganked. And once again, wave 2 of Florencio's ultimate douchebaggery. This is fantastic. These probes coming in one more time. There is another zealot starting up. But once again, Tui trying to evade, trying to evacuate. Turns around, gets us around. Probe for 2 probes. Florencio still takes the lead. He's up at 12 probes. He's probing behind this at home. 2 already mining, a 3rd one on the way. Florencio, he's always got a transition. This is a macro play. It's just a bit of light pressure, guys. Wave 2 of his light harassment opening. He just wants to do a bit of economic damage, maybe distract a little bit. It's not even that committed. Look, he's pulling back. He doesn't need to all in here. He's got 3 probes at home. He's solid gameplay, high-level plays. Florencio going to go for the pylon. He says, I know Protoss like shiny things, they're like magpies, and simply by attacking their shiny thing, they're going to be forced to come and defend. Now that Zealot does do a lot of damage. I think Florencio has to disengage now. 4 probes and a Zealot definitely beats the shit out of 8 heavily damaged probes. The probe's going back in though. He's looking for the worker kills, but nice micro by Titty under the influence, towing under the influence, massacring this fight, takes out 4 probes for none, but Tui's probes are getting very low. Florencio comes in, revenge on one of those probes, and these 2, there we go, just going to keep on rotating, looking for the damage. He's wasted so much mining time. Back at home, is up to 4 probes, a 5th on the way. Florencio still pounding ahead in the economy here with wave 2 of the probe centipede. These 4 probes are absolutely the type who know what. Oh my god, they come in and get 1 more probe. They do lose 1 though. 3 probes there. I'm very tempted to make certain jokes about human centipedes and stuff right now, but I don't want to make too many people vomit. Someone in chat mentioned they were eating lunch, eating dinner. I'll hold off. I'm going to hold this one in. But you know who's not going to hold in his rage? His raging fucking just inability to shut these probes down. It's this Zealot. He says, I asked for shoes. I asked for that pair of beautiful, beautiful running shoes. Why didn't they give them to me? Now, it's okay. I'm just going to hold the door. Oi! What are you doing? What the fuck? Don't sneak past me. Let's be real, guys. It's a pretty shitty Hodor. He's standing in the door and they just walk right past. He's like, you guys are wearing the wrong shoes. They punch him in the gonads and simply run right past. Florencio continuing the probe harassment, wasting yet even more mining time. 5 probes for Tui. Back at home, we have so many. Wait. No, not so many. Wave 3. The reinforce is on the way. Oh, those probes, 3 for 1, not the best trade, but we do have another wave of probes. He's going to stack them up a little bit better. They're not perfectly stacked, but oh, that one just slides in and joins the collective. Oh, the probe's going in for the surround of this Zealot. Is it enough, though? That Zealot does get surrounded. It's going to take out 1 probe. The pullback micro. Neeb is at Florencio's house. Xbox controller in hand. He says, Neeb, that's what we call... Neeb says, Florencio, that's what we call micro, bitch. Florencio's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? I'm the best micro player in the world. Oh! Grabs the controller, hits recall, lands it on the probes, turns to Neeb and says, oh, what the fuck do you think of that, bad boy? Bet you wouldn't have thought to do that. Neeb says, thinking of doing dumb shit doesn't mean you've got good micro. It just means you think out of the box and you do creative, weird things. Florencio says, do I do them better than you, though? Neeb says, you don't do anything better than me. I'm a fucking champion. I've won tournaments. I broke the 17-year losing streak of foreigners in Korea. I won a tournament on Korean soil against the best players in the world. Florencio says, yeah, but are you a sewer mermaid? Neeb, unfortunately, looks down, shakes his head, and says, alas, I cannot claim this badge of honor. I am nowhere near your level in that regard. Florencio says, that's right, listen to the champ, motherfucker. And does, of course, drop his Xbox controller on the floor, immediately picks it back up and says, wait, I need that to play. But I wanted it to be kind of like a mic drop moment. Neeb's like, yeah, whatever, buddy. You're a bit of an idiot, aren't you? Are we seeing it? Is this a 9-minute cannon rush transition? No. No! Who would even think of doing this? What the... You're such a piece of shit. Who even thinks to do that? I think this Adept's gonna shut this down. The pylon's finished. There's a cannon building at home. Yeah, he's coming. No, the Adept. She fucking, did you see that? She laid the shoulder into that probe. She says, get fucked. No cannon rush for you. Florencio, unfortunately, his 4th wave of douchebaggery in this game does not quite manage to land, and he is going to have to choose some sort of follow-up plan. I love that he's cannoning himself in on 1 base. The transitions are always so smooth when you're talking about this man. Florencio's transitions are just, they don't look logical, but that's because he is on another plane of existence. It's the same way we can't comprehend a sixth dimensional being. They exist outside of time and space. Likewise, Florencio exists outside of efficiency, logic, game plan, transitions, or good manners. For him, bad manners are good manners, and taking some shit and smearing it on your opponent's forehead and going, Simba, is simply your way of showing respect at the start of the game. Florencio is a sewer mermaid, and he brings an entirely new approach to StarCraft. And there's people out there excited for Alpha Star. They say the AI is going to solve things. There's going to be a singularity moment. Mate, the singularity can't even comprehend Florencio's genius. If they really want fucking Alpha Star to have a chance, they need to be getting Florencio in there. They need to meld sewer mermaid with machine. It's like the Terminator, but it smells a bit more like poop. That's the sort of thing we need. We need that. That is when we'll see Cyril fall. That is when we'll see the true cybernetic ascendance to dominance. Until then, we're going to be stuck here relying on shitty binary rather than beautiful sewer mermaid logic. So I think we need to learn to accept, we need to embrace Florencio as our Lord and Savior. And of course, we all should absolutely build a lot more Chadres on the ladder. The Shitminator? My man. That's right. So, it's one Stargate for Tui, who, let's be real, titty under the influence or towing under the influence, whichever you prefer, has rebuilt the economy to almost even, but without the gas bank. This is one of Florencio's tactical gas banks we talk about, where he mines gas usually 7 to 8 minutes before even starting his Stargates, just to make sure he can non-stop queue up Chadres and Oracles. It's pretty pro, and indeed 2 Oracles get chrono boosted, only 1 on the side for Tui, who makes the ultimate mistake of thinking an expansion is somehow ever going to be relevant in this game. Oof. Right now there is nothing that shoots up for Tui. Tui has no map vision. And I gotta say, if those 2 Oracles go straight into this base, Tui is gonna really be quite screwed. A Robo goes down, Warp Gates are ready. Desperately needs some Stalkers, but is supply blocked right now and has not started to pile on these Oracles of Florencio, douching their way around the sides of the map. For those of you who don't know, that is actually how Florencio's Oracles do propel themselves. They basically just kind of squirt this kind of water out to clean themselves out, and it kind of propels them through the air. It's the only way they can stop the shit on all of Florencio's units from gumping up all the circuits and getting it all kind of trapped. Oracle does come in here for 2. He gets 1 probe. He's going to get a 2nd. He's going to look for the 3rd, but that cannon doing some good damage. At the same time, 2 Oracles dive in, and it's a disco ball party. Florencio absolutely murders the mineral line. These Stalkers come in, but oh no, these probes trying to hide. Florencio damages the Cybercore. Neeb shakes his head in disappointment. Florencio says, I did it on purpose. Just wait, you'll see me plan unfold. Neeb's groaning in frustration, watching the incredible Florencio decision-making. And back at home, an alpha of Chads is ready. 2 Chads, white t-shirts, blue jeans, high-fiving each other while they talk about sports ball. It's sports they don't even play, but hey, they were on the high school team 15 years ago, and they still get laid, so suck it virgins, who now earn millions of dollars more than them. Meanwhile, this Oracle does come in, it's gonna start to focus down even more probes, does get shut down. And Tui here, who has rarely been above 10 probes in this entire game, is once again back down in the single-digit probes. This has gotta feel bad. I feel like as Tui, you're just kind of like... It's not quite the washing machine experience where you're inside a washing machine, but it's definitely being like drawn, you know? Maybe not quartered, but maybe having your arms torn off. Like ropes are wrapped around 2 arms and they slowly get ripped out of their sockets. It's not being quartered. They're not doing it to your legs at the same time. Wait, that's 2 pairs of Chadres going across the map. You know, as long as they stay in even numbers, it does remain an alpha. This is, in fact, a double alpha of Chadres, 4 Chads, all coming in together. And just the amount of just awesomeness here, you know? These guys are confident. They like sports. They get laid. They go to Urban Outfitters to buy their clothings. They're just so cool. They're just awesome. Not only that, but they have very impressive piss streams, and they don't mind crossing them. They don't even give a fuck. They're like, I don't care if it opens a dimensional portal, as long as I piss on my opponent until they leave the game. And indeed he does. Florencio here with a pro brush, followed by a pro brush, followed by a pro brush, followed by an attempted cannon rush which got blocked, and then finally a couple of oracles and 2 alphas of Chads to finish the game. I feel like this is a build order I'm going to have to write down in my book of filth. You know, pull your probes again, pull your probes again, make some cannons, make some oracles, make some Chads. I mean, it's just interesting, because normally there's 1 type of filth, occasionally 2, sometimes 3 in a game. But to quote Fear Dragon, to say Florencio's strategies are Haas level is an insult to Florencio. Florencio is if you took Haas, SOS, and every other cheesy player in existence, you combined them into one pure essence of human feces and somehow taught them how to play StarCraft. Florencio, an absolute legend and a great representative of the sewer mermaids, does it once again. Hats off to you. GG, well played, Florencio.